Hey everyone, Matt Morris. Welcome back to episode number 3 of the Unemployed Millionaire Show, How Your Belief Systems Are Created. So here's the second way that your belief system, your identity is created. The first, if you remember, was the experiences that you've had in your life. Now the second way that your belief system is created, the vision that you have for yourself, is through outside programming. It's what other people say about you. And this is one of the most powerful ways that your vision is shaped because, we grow up our entire life with school teachers telling us, who we are, what we're supposed to do. We have our parents, we have loved ones always, talking about us. And, a lot of times you become what other people say you're going to become. And it's one of the things about leadership that I've trained on over the years is that as a leader, it's very important of the people that you're mentoring, you want to empower them and have them in your mind become something great. And what happens is people will many times live up to the expectations that you've created for them as their leader. And so that's a bit of a rabbit trail, but getting back to, this whole thing of, the 3 different ways your belief system is shaped. So you're out to external programming, what other people say about you. And I'm going to give you just a quick story, something that happened in my life. And it was something that my mother said to me. And before I tell the story, as I preface in my book, I had the greatest mother that I could ever imagine. She is my role model. She's my hero today. Just, as perfect of a mother as you could possibly have. And so, but here's the story. So I was in 6th grade. We were living in Lubbock, Texas. My mom was in law school working towards her degree. And I was in my PE class. And so the teacher had us run a 1-mile race. And so there's, 50, 100 kids, something like that. And we go off, right? And it was 6 laps around the track. I still remember. Around the football field. And so around, a couple laps to go, and I was, in the top 10 places. So I decided that I was going to do my very best to go out and, win this race. Now, I had never been an overly athletic kid, and so it was a little bit unique for me that I was, winning this race, right? So anyway, I just poured my heart into the race. My heart felt like it was going to explode, ran my heart out, and what happened, I was so excited. I didn't finish first, but I finished 2nd place. And I was so excited because I had never finished 2nd place in any race my entire life, right? And so I remember coming home that day, and I was so excited I wanted to share it with my mom. And so I'm like, Mom, I finished 2nd in the race. And my mom was so happy for me. She gave me a big hug, and she said, oh my gosh, son, that's amazing, because our family, we're just not good runners at all. And immediately in my mind, I just thought, wow, that must have been a fluke, because I'm not a good runner. Our family's not good at running, so that was just obviously a total fluke. And what's interesting is that was the last time I came anywhere close to winning a race. So that's an example of how powerful your external programming is, what other people say about you. And what you have to do to shift yourself from, a disempowering belief to an empowering belief is to realize that what someone else says about you has no basis on reality for your future. The only thing that has basis for your future is what you say about yourself, whatever you want to create for yourself. And so the other thing is this. So, number 1 is realizing they have no basis. What someone else says about you has no basis on your future. The second thing is you need to separate yourself from people who tolerate you instead of celebrate you. You want to hang around with people who believe in you. And if you hang around with people who say, you'll never do that, you can't make it, that's too hard for someone like you, maybe you've heard something like that in your past. Here's what I believe you must do is create a period of separation. Not saying you have to just eliminate them from your life, period, but don't hang around them on a regular basis. And so here's what I've adopted for myself. When I say I'm going to go out and do something, if someone in my life says anything contrary to what I'm after, I will simply say, if they say, you don't have the education to do that, or you don't have the experience, I'll just say, if it's John, I'll say, John, I'd appreciate if you'd never say anything like that about me again. And what happens is John has a whole new respect for me because he realizes I'm not going to tolerate anyone who doesn't believe in me. And if John can't abide to my rules, then I'm going to simply hang around with other people. So that's kind of the theme of this episode. Hang around with people who celebrate you, not tolerate you. We'll be back with the next episode soon.